Happy Friday night, Run Pure family and others. We are here for another edition of the Round 3 Showdown for the Charles Schwab. Shout out to our man Helmet for that awesome Harry Hall graphic. That is awesome. I feel bad. This is my dad's first week not playing Harry Hall in like 4 weeks, and he's just an absolute shambles. Harry Hall is just he's playing a fucking putt course. I said in Discord today, and it's tilting. But without further ado, I'm here with my guy Locks. I'm here with my dude Drew. How y'all doing tonight? Locks, I'm start with you. Talk about today. Talk about the week as a whole. Your 6 out of 6 rate. Everything. Let me know the deets.
Oh, not good for Team Locks over here this week. Getting kind of railed, but it is what it is. We're going to pick showdown winners is what we're going to do. We always try to find a way to get our money back if we're having a bad week in the showdown. So that's what I'm here to do this week. Haven't got a whole lot going for me. M crushed me. Fleetwood crushed me. McCarthy crushed me. I mean, just everybody at +2. I was really rooting for it, but it is what it is. We're going to pick showdown winners. It was close. It was close to being a good week, but we're out of it. So we pick showdown winners and move on.
Fact. My main cash team was a M cut away from being 6 out of 6. And I was adamant all week on saying Sung J M is not missing another cut. He's not going to miss another cut. Yeah. Well, guess what, Kurt? He missed another cut, and you're trash, buddy. Anyways, Drew, how's your 6 out of 6 rate? How was your showdown teams today? Essential.
Yeah, they bubbled. Showdown bubbled. Cameron Davis did not come through for us, which was rough. But, yeah, everyone else played Morikawa, played Rose, obviously in good shape, and Davis was the guy, the lone one out. So, unfortunate there, but we shall move on. And, 6 of 6 rate, not looking great this week. This was a good week to probably leave a lot of salary. I mean, I did play a good bit of Cam Davis. I played a good bit of Spieth. I saw Big T locked in Spieth in a handful of lineups in his main team. So, he played Spieth at a course where he's basically never finished worse than 11th in 11 years. You're not doing so hot. But, it's fine. I think showdown will be interesting. I'll just keep fading Harry Hall into the sunset.
Yeah, so I hate to say this because it sounds like I'm coming off as a dick, but I'm really just trying to protect my own mental health. After I watched about the first 2 holes from Spieth, I was like, I wish he just withdrew with the wrist because I just know that this is about to just tilt my face off. And I'm not saying I wish he was hurt. I wish he would just be like, okay, look, I don't have it. Let me let the wrist heal up for the elevated events and just save me from – and I can always use that as an excuse. I'm like, man, I would have had a great week if Spieth didn't withdraw, man. I'm telling you. And no, I can't do that now. What up, Scott? My boy Scott Foster in the chat. Love my guy Scott. But all right, time to talk showdown winners. It's a tough one for me. I think I spent the last 40 minutes watching a movie with my girl, and I was looking at the stats the entire time, not paying attention to anything, being a great, significant other. And nothing really stood out. So I don't know if I love that or hate that yet, but I'm glad I'm on here, the 3-man panel, so we can talk through all that. Let's start with you, Drew, because I know we got Mr. Drew a more detailed look at the stats from your perspective.
How do you want to do it tonight, guys? You want to do salary or score doesn't really matter? Do you want to do salary?
Let's do top leaderboard.
Yeah, let's just do leaderboard.
Leaderboard? Okay.
Yeah.
Easy to do. All right. Yeah. Like I said, first off, let's give a hat tip to AP. Workbench play of the week was Harris English, and he's sitting pretty. I took a second look at that and still was not fully sold on it, and I should have just relied on
He's
AP.
good at tough courses though. I only played him in I like to remind everyone's core, but he's good at tough courses. I'm just not a big Harris English guy.
It used to be. He hasn't been the same.
He's starting to shut round into form now. Bless you.
Bless you.
Can't hear that.
Man.
Did
you hear that? I'm muted.
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
That's how you're doing it.
Yeah.
Man. Might have another one in a second.
All right.
As far as the top guys, I mean, I don't know how you want to break it down. I say it's 7 under to 12 under, which is a pretty big spread, but that's all in the top 4. I mean, Ben I was on to start the week, and he's looking great. So far, he's got 13 shots inside of 12 feet in the last first 2 rounds. So out of this group, 7 unders and better, he's been by far the best. Harry Hall has actually hit a decent number of shots. He's just unfortunately making everything. So I think he's a fade because I assume his ownership just keeps climbing a bit. But I will say, like, he actually is hitting it decent. I know his putting looks like he's making everything, which he is. But there's other guys in this tier, I guess, 7 under and better that are playing better or show signs to shoot some lower scores than Harry Hall over the next 2 days. Which, obviously we're looking at round 3 showdown, but the way I view a lot of stuff in PGA DFS is kind of like a longer term horizon. Like, I'm not going to play someone in round 1 and then immediately jump off in round 2. I'll keep going back to the well until I run out of money or the tournament's over, which usually it's the tournament's over. So been on, I'll keep going back to Grillo. I probably am going to wait on Grillo. I played him today, worked out well, obviously. I just think his price is climbing, his ownership's going with it, and I think he's a fine play, but I'm going to avoid that situation. And then I don't really play a lot of guys at the top anyway, so Harris English and Harry Hall are out in general. But yeah, for me, the 7K range, the guy that stands out the most has been on. That's really the guy that I'll play a good bit of. At 8,300, he's an easy plug.
Yeah, so I'll keep my part short and sweet. I am the exact same way. I think everything looks good on Ben On. I didn't play him in Classic, so I'm going to be that douchebag that mushes him for you. So sorry in advance, Drew. That's all I got for up top. I really do like Robbie Shelton. Like him coming into the week, but I don't know. I'll just fade the ownership. Locks, are you seeing the board differently than us?
Not really completely different. Up top, I'm with you on Harry Hall. I'm fading him, Drew. I'll let everybody else go there. He's putting out of his ass.
Yeah, he's 9 of 10 inside of 12 feet. Like,
that's
a shit ton.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I'm getting off him. The guy I will play actually up here though is English. Tee to green wise, he's just been stellar. He's actually not putting the best so far. And if you're hitting the ball that well and not putting good, I mean, he's not putting horrible, but
you don't need a putt when you get hole-in-ones, though.
Exactly. I mean, just the way he's hitting the ball, though. Tee to green all week, first round, second round. I mean, if he putts it halfway decent tomorrow, he's got another good round in him. I think he's the one up here that I will play. And then I'm with you on Benny On as well. Tee to green wise, again, just stellar. Tee to green wise the whole week so far. Hasn't been putting well, but if he puts a good putting round together, he's going to be up there as well. So my 2 plays are probably English and Benny On. And I'll throw a little Grillo in too because he's been striking well.
True that. Like I said, I shared my thoughts. So let's kind of move it down a little bit. Drew, I guess take us from Scotty down to about, let's go 7 to 12. That's a pretty big range.
Yeah. Scotty gets another price jump. And out of the 10K range, there's only 4 guys that have made the cut. Scheffler at -6. Victor Hovland at -1, Homa -4, and Morikawa at even. And honestly, out of those 4, I played some Morikawa today. I'll go back to him tomorrow. I'm not trying to jump the gun for you guys, but just giving context to spinning up. Like, I think at 11.8, it makes quite a bit of sense because there's not like a huge jammed up, like even over 9K. What do we got? I probably should have just done that. We got 3 guys in the 9K, right? And then we got 4 guys over 10K. So you have 7 guys over 9K. You should have plenty of salary to work with. So I think Scheffler's in a great spot. Honestly, he's probably going to end up winning this tournament. He's this as well as he's been playing for the last 13, 14 months. And he's definitely playing really well this week. He's only 18 feet's a bit of a stretch as far as like make rates, but I will say he's had 13 shots inside of 18 feet. He's only made 3 of them. He's 2 of 7 inside of 12 feet. So I think there's still a bit of ceiling left for a good round for Scotty. And then from like a strokes game perspective, I always throw these stats out there. I think they're really interesting. He's gained on almost 90% of his tee shots and over 70% of his approaches. So like tee to green, the dude's playing extremely consistent. Not sure that's news to anybody, but I think Scheffler's just a guy trying to bring context to like using salary at 11.8. It's up there, but there's nobody to play over 9K, in the grand scheme of things. It's not like the full week slate where there's like 16 guys. So I think Scheffler's a great option to go to. Justin Rose, obviously at 9,300 is another guy that's playing great and has won this tournament in the past. And I'll just keep going back to the well one. Let's see. Ches Reavie, talked about him last night on the show. I'll go back there again. 7,200 is a little bit of a salary saver. And then David Lipsky, 6,100. David Lipsky played pretty well today. Hitting the ball really well. He's not the longest guy in the field by a decent margin, but his irons have been fantastic. So yeah, David Lipsky is a severe, salary saver at 6,100, but he's playing great. And then, like I said, Ches Reavie, Justin Rose, Scheffler are like the spinned up options. That's pretty much it for me.
I like that. A little concerned about how Scotty's been doing on Saturdays, and then also about how bad Ches Reavie has been on Saturdays. Any concern?
I mean, Ches Reavie's been kind of bad every day.
Exactly.
But I do think, like I said last night, he tends to pop randomly, anyways. But this would be a course of all the courses on tour. It's not super demanding off the tee as far as distance, and he kind of like gets back to even on the field as far as like driving it to the same spots as everybody else. Like Scotty Scheffler can't really gain a ton on most of these holes against a guy like Ches Reavie. But if Ches Reavie's hitting his irons well, he can still compete with these guys. So that's my kind of diagnosis of Ches Reavie's game. Like, yeah, for the most part, it's not something I go to, but I got a pretty high opinion of Ches Reavie, to be honest. And if he starts to play well, I usually jump on pretty quick. He runs hot, man. And I would be looking to play him even next week if he's in the field at the Memorial. But that's, I don't know, long spiel there. But I do think Reavie sets up well here. And like I said, I'm a guy that thinks he gets hot and he runs it out pretty well.
I like that. So before we get to you, Lux, first of all, what up, Jacob? Alex, I'm definitely taking Drew in a golf match. No offense, Lux. I just feel like Drew's on another level than any of us. And then Mikey
Don't
said,
disrespect Lux. We haven't even played.
We're good.
Lux is good. Lux is good too.
But don't you like do tournaments and shit? Like what? Come on.
Yeah, he kicked my butt. That's all right.
That's not even fair. But can we address Mikey's comment about you being skinny Big T?
Who, me?
Yeah. He says skinny Big T.
How do you know he's talking about me? There's 3 of us on here.
Definitely ain't me.
Definitely ain't you, man.
It ain't me.
It's definitely you because you got red hair. Mikey's basically saying all redheads look the same, which is offensive to me. I have a redhead sister.
Very offensive.
Exactly.
That's very offensive.
I mean, Alex is giving him the odds too. So Drew will kick my ass.
I'm gonna go minus 250, maybe more. Maybe he said it's me.
I
It's
hold
you.
my own.
What do you mean me? Why do you say fuck me for? All right, Locks. T7 to T12. Who you like?
Yeah, looking in the range, Ches Reavie, I probably personally won't be on. Just his Saturday play, the guy in general, I don't know. I can't get myself to play him, but I will be on board with a $6,100 Lipsky. Definitely like that call for some value tomorrow. Obviously, you're going to want a couple of these guys up top. At least I'm going to. So you're going to need something like that down in that range. Won't be playing Malnati. No Hodges, no Putnam. For me, it's really going to be Scotty Scheffler, Justin Rose. Tee to green wise, just absolutely immaculate all week so far. They're both kind of putting like crap, losing strokes putting for the week. But the way they're striking it, I'll keep going to the well with those guys. I'm going to be off of Carson Young. The putter was just super hot today, so I'm fine fading him tomorrow. Might go back to him on Sunday though. We'll see. That he's looked really good. U.S. Open qualifier and all that. His game's strong right now, so I'm just off of him for tomorrow. Might hop back on. And then Ben Griffin I do like as well, and I'll sprinkle a little Max Homa. I think he's going to be a little bit lower owned out of the guys up top, and I always like throwing in a little Homa on Saturdays to move up that board a little bit.
I like that. So I have a really big issue with this range, and before anyone thinks that I'm bragging about my week long, I don't. I had Cole issues. I had like Sunday missed the cut for my cash team, but all these cheap guys up here, I was very much overweight on. Shelton, Novak, Young. I mean, all these, like, obviously Ben Griffin was.
Yeah, you should have just played them all together and left like 5,000 on the table.
That's the issue. I mean, it's crazy, dude. Like,
yeah, no reason to spend up for Sung Jae when Carson Young's sitting down there.
So
you
issue
got 9,400 to spend on your last spot. You play Carson Young. You don't play Sung Jae in cash. Come on.
For sure.
Yeah. Like what world are we living in? Max Homa will be a core play for me tomorrow. I just think he's not really put everything together for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been like good on the approach. Short game's been shitty. I think he's due for a complete round sooner rather than later. And what a better time than now in T12 within striking distance at the freaking Charles Schwab, baby. I don't mind a Lipsy call with you guys. Rose, oh my gosh, he's leading the field in greens by a mile.
Yeah.
Another guy just losing it out there. T9 within striking distance. Love him for tomorrow.
I'll let you finish. I'll give you a
No.
couple.
My next
Yeah,
question
go
was
for
going to be, what is Rose within 12?
Rose within 12 is 4 of 9. He's got 9 shots, made 4 of them. But I got some more interesting stats than that. But yeah, for green regulation numbers, yeah, I mean, he's got 19 shots inside of 24 feet, 23 shots inside of 30 feet. Like, the dude's hitting it pretty good. I mean, 30 feet's not like exactly makeable, but just gives you a context. Like, these are pretty small greens, but hitting the green doesn't always equate to good shots necessarily. But yeah, he is hitting it pretty well. The interesting stat that I was going to throw out there is I do a strokes gained approach gained and strokes gained approach lost. Obviously, strokes gained approach, counts your good shots and your bad shots. He has only been negative. His negative shots sum up to minus 0.69. Minus 0.69. So he hasn't even, in all of his approach shots, he has not even lost a shot on all of his bad shots combined, which is pretty impressive. I mean,
he's just dialed.
Michael Block lost that in one shot.
The thing is, like, Rose is just playing so well right now. It's been like the past month. Let's go on this next range, starting at Sammy Burns and then going down to T28. I'll keep with you, Drew.
What's T28? -2. I do scores. I don't have.
Yeah, -2 and 3.
Okay, so like -3, man. I really don't see many guys I'm gonna play in this range, to be honest. Siwoo Kim I could buy into.
What do you got on Sam Stevens, Drew? You got any good stats on him?
No. He's been below average pretty much in every category, and he's made like 50% of all his birdie looks inside of 18 feet. He's 2 of 3 inside of 12, 4 of 8 inside of 18 feet. So nothing stands out. His driving accuracy is good, but he's not hitting it close from there. So like you could argue that from where he's driving it, Michael Block here, from where he's driving it, he could be one of the best players in this field. Yeah, he's gained on 82% of his tee shots, but his approach has been terrible, man. It really boils down to that. So you could make an argument there. So I'm not trying to like fluff you up a bit on Sam Stevens, but I could make an unbiased opinion that if he's driving it that well, it doesn't take much just to hit a few better iron shots, and then all of a sudden you're playing. Because like in my opinion, driving it is like 70% of the game. Like, get yourself in position, and then you can play really well. So,
why I stuck asked.
So yeah, Sam Stevens is he'll be certainly low owned. So yeah, he has not played good to this point, but I could see him turning it around. Yes.
Think about him as the price tag too. Like he's kind of it's pivoting off the Carson Young up there, the Ed Croats, all those guys are going on the board.
Even besides that, I mean, guys are smart enough / dumb enough, I guess, to just say like, well, he's losing on approach. I'm not going to play a guy that's losing on approach. But like I said, I mean, these guys can flip it in one round.
And that's why I was asking you, because I mean, off the tee, he's been stellar. If he can just hit a few iron shots tomorrow, look out.
Yeah, he's been. I mean, I don't want to say he's been best in the field in driving accuracy. He has. He's been best in the field in driving accuracy, and he's been over the field average by 14 yards in driving distance. So like, yeah, he's driving it great. He just needs to figure out the iron deal. I don't know if it's distance control or what, but yeah, he has not hit a lot close. But if you're driving it that well, it could just be a matter of, a little confidence, and he could go low. And he's been playing good for what, like 3 months now, 2 months at least. So yeah, I actually really like that as a GPP play, because he's going to be like 2%.
He's going in my core right now.
I wouldn't really hate it, to be honest. I know you're probably joking, maybe not.
But that's serious. Just put it up there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect spot for Showdown, man. I mean, he's doing some things well. It's not like he just completely sucks. He's missing half the equation, and I think he could turn that around for sure. But yeah, I think overall in this -3 range, there's really nobody that stands out to me. It would probably just be a complete fade. We'll throw Sam Stevens in there, like Locke said, and Siwoo Kim. I mentioned, like, if you have the salary, which likely you will, 8,900 for him would be a guy that I wouldn't mind plugging in instead of leaving salary. And as far as the -2s, I'll keep going back to Christian Bezadenhout. I think he's just such a good fit on this golf course. Played him for a full week. Played him yesterday in Showdown, today in Showdown. And then Ben Martin continues to play pretty well. So that pretty much – Mark Hubbard. Sorry, I missed Mark Hubbard down at the very bottom there. -2. Yeah, Hubbard is striking it pretty well, and he has a tendency to potentially go low from time to time. So 7,200 for Hubbard as well. he is the only other guy besides Rose that is, under a shot lost on all his bad approaches. So he's obviously hitting it really well.
Man, Hubbard is the gift that he giveth and he taketh. And when he taketh a lot.
You never know when it's coming. It could just be tomorrow. You could choose.
That's why this is why we play Mark Hubbard in Showdown, not in Classic.
Yeah. Sweat on Mark Hubbard. He could be at first place right now, and he could still finish DFL.
Joe Dahman's the same way. I play him in Showdown, do not play him in Classic. Locks, same range. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'll just go down the range, kind of one by one, who I'm thinking of playing, who I'm not. Looking up top right away, I'll be off Piercy, off Streelman. I'll be playing Akshay. Him and Siwoo Kim are a couple of my favorites up in this range, along with Sam Stevens as I'm going down right there. Personally, I think I'm going to be off of Burns tomorrow. I don't know. I don't like him here for some reason, so I'll be off of that. I'll be off of Gribble, off Hubbard. Be playing a little bit of Ben Martin, and then Big T's boy Justin Suh. I'll throw in a little Suh tomorrow as well. Hitting the ball pretty good. Just needs some putts to go. Obviously, that's always his case. He always hits the ball well. He's another guy that just can't putt to save his life. But going down from him, I like Seabez, Minwoo Lee. I do like a little bit of him. He's just not striking the ball well, so I'm probably going to be off personally. I can see going there because he's putting it well. And it's another way you can kind of look at him too, is he's putting the ball well, not really hitting it good. If he's going to come in super low owned, he's a guy that if he gets hot with the irons and off the tee, I mean, if he's putting it well, look out, he can go super low tomorrow. So it's a guy you can look at. I'm personally not going to go there. And then I do like a little bit of Michael Kim. I liked him coming into the week just for some value in the Showdown tomorrow. I do like him down here, but that's probably it. No Ryan Fox and no Dietrich for me.
So I'm kind of the same a little bit, but first I want to talk about how one of the reasons why I love golf so much is Drew talked about how good Jordan Spieth has been here. He's been one of the best at Colonial. Like his average round's like 67 or something. And then you have Siwoo, who has been absolutely horrendous here. And look what we're setting. We're setting Siwoo T19. Honestly, should be like top 15, maybe top higher if he didn't give a couple back at the end of the round. But that's why golf is such a beautiful game. I mean, Jordan, if you tell me like that scenario happens, it's just wow. Anyways, I don't mind Steven's call. I'll ride that with you a little bit. I like Minwoo here, even though he's terrible with the irons. He just seems to score, and I like that. I will be on Seabez again. Stayed on him all week. We'll stay there. That's about it for this range. I like guys a little bit lower. So, man,
what do you think about Snyder's comment? Snyder's comment was winners Spieth. And then I don't know who runs the RPS one. Is that AP or somebody? He also said Spieth. So I was going to fade Spieth tomorrow. I don't know about you guys.
It hurts so bad.
It's so bad, dude.
What about is Alex Maureen back? That's exactly Alex. But is Alex Maureen back? I almost played him this week.
Throw him in there, baby.
Oh, Alex Noren?
Yeah.
I do not know if he's back. I don't know what his deal is.
This will be his first made cut in forever.
Speaking of made cut, Billy Horschel's his first made cut in forever, it feels like, too.
Hey, maybe those guys just need to see the weekend, man. Maybe that's what they need to get their like Alex Noren and freaking Billy Ho, baby, to the moon tomorrow. Let's go.
Ride it.
They haven't seen the weekend in so long. They're like, oh God, I need it. I needed it.
Who was the guy, Locks? Who are you talking about that tends to hit it well but never makes anything up in that range?
Justin Suh.
Luke List.
Okay, I got another guy I'll save here in a second.
All right, so wait, Drew, just take us on down to 1 under to even, or no, 1 under to 1 over.
Just take
it the rest of the way. No, it's actually Russell Knox that I was going to talk about. Not to play him, basically. His stats are deceiving. He may not even pop for you guys, but he always shows up in our proximity numbers, and he doesn't do anything on the green. So, like, the dude will be he'll miss cuts. And he'll have, like, 18 shots between 2 rounds. So 50% of his shots inside of, like, 15 feet. Oh. And he shoots over par. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, like I said, he probably doesn't pop for you guys, but he does for me, and I just don't go back and play him. I've been down that road before. It's like, how do you shoot 2 over par by hitting every shot within like 15 feet? Like, that should be impossible, right? No, he'll 3-putt twice, and then he'll miss everything else. It's just ridiculous. But Yeah, I think Billy Ho is still fine to go back to. Everything looks pretty good across the board. I don't know how he's 1 over par. Par 5s,
He
he's
blew
1
up
under
today
par.
so bad. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
but I mean, everything looks good from a proximity standpoint. And like I said, proximity can be skewed for looking back 12 rounds, 20 rounds, whatever you want to do. But I think for Showdown, a lot of proximity is sometimes better just from a birdie opportunity standpoint. So that's why I talk about that over strokes gained necessarily. Billy Ho's hit quite a number inside of 12 feet. He's got 8 inside of 12, 16 inside of 18 feet, which is 16 inside of 18 is up there through 2 rounds. Outside of that, Patrick Rogers, I think we talked about for full week at RPS, and I'm going to go back to the well there. And outside of that, man, the even par, pretty much nothing. I don't have anyone there. Morikawa I mentioned as a spin up. I'm fine with that, but I think Scheffler's still the primary target. And then there's really nobody at +1s that I can lean my hat on that feel great. I talked about Billy Ho. Kitayama looks okay. And that's really it. I think down here, there's not too many unless you just want to kind of ride guys that you played for the full week that show up anyways. So you're kind of just not necessarily going in blind, but you're playing guys because you like them for the full week, or maybe they just had one good round that looks decent and you're just kind of riding them. Hopefully they get hot, but there's really not a ton down here that I'm going to play.
All right. Easy does it. I got a couple names, but Locks, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I got a few too. Just looking down here, I like to pick guys that can go just super nuclear on Saturdays here. Obviously, a lot of these guys really come in lower owned. Morikawa is going to be low owned. Hovland's going to be low owned. Just guys that can go nuts for us if you want to spend up and get different, gain some leverage off of like Scotty and those guys. I don't mind playing either of them. So I'll have a little bit of both of them. Aaron Ride, tee to green is always stellar too. It's just whether or not he can putt. Trying to talk myself into playing Dow. Is it Dow or Doe?
Marty Dow.
Marty Dow.
Yeah, Marty Dow. I'm trying to talk myself into playing a little bit of him. He's had some rounds where he looks stellar, and for his price tag, it's a guy that I've seen go low, and he can go low for you at $6,300. Another guy down there, kind of like David Lipsky that you talked about earlier, Drew, that I could see for some value.
Yeah.
As I'm kind of looking through here. Other than that, Ricky Fowler, I liked him coming into the week. I'll be sprinkling a little bit of him tomorrow in Showdown. Jagerbaum, I do like him. I liked him as well coming into the week. I'm the same way as Drew. I kind of look for my guys that I liked week long and play them down in this range. I'm hoping that they can kind of get back into the mix a little bit for me and just gain me back some points that I'm kind of missing out on throughout the week. But a couple other names down here, Vincent Norman. I'll be playing a little bit of him. Tee to green wise, been solid, just been horrible with the putter as well. So I do like me a little bit of Norman down here, and that's probably where I'm going to round it out at.
Go Knowles. Right, Drew? Vincent Norman. He was a Seminole, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Damn right.
Maybe a little bit of Hobie too.
Yeah, I looked at it. I mean, obviously, it's weird when he doesn't gain ball striking. So
he just played bad today. He played good yesterday.
Yeah, he just played so bad today. Russell Henley, a great round 3 score. I'll play some Russell Henley. I like Victor Hovland. I was scared coming into the week. I just have not I'm just not seeing those guys who kind of choke. He didn't choke, but we're just like last group of a major. And then coming back next week, usually they struggle. But he made the cut. I think the hard part's over. So I will play some Vic Hovland. Marty Dow, too cheap, disrespectful. I think he's been playing well. He should at least be 6'9". No pun intended. Colin Morikawa, same thing with Hovland.
How was that pun?
Is it a pun? No sexual.
Explain that pun for me.
No sexual. What's the word I wanted to use? No sexual.
I don't know.
I'm
Marty
not
Dow, 69. No pun intended.
Bill Nye. Fuck.
I'm not good at English either, but I just want to make sure I understood that. I'm not going to do it. Locks is on my team. Locks understands. How the fuck you go from Marty Dow to 69? I mean, no pun intended. 6,900.
I think you should be more expensive, more accountable.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just talking about the 69 reference to Marty Dow. Didn't make sense to me, unless he was having a lot of 69s or something that you heard about.
Hey, you don't know his life.
I didn't hear that. I haven't heard that news.
I've heard it. You're not plugged in like me, bro. I be talking to their girls. You got to get on my level. DM the girls. Find out some news. I really like Bryn and Todd, Jaeger and Showdown. We're always playing Jaeger and Showdown. Let's be honest. But Todd and Smalley were guys I played coming into the week that I'll stay on, kind of like what Drew mentioned. Yeah, that's about it for me there. So I guess let's get into a little bit, maybe a.
What about Sup Straka? You guys like him tomorrow or no?
I don't mind it. What's he priced at now? I liked him a little bit coming in the week. I got some Step in my classics. He's 73.
73.
I could get down with Straka for sure. Drew?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on him. I was hoping
he is
he'll be in my pool for what it's worth.
He is third worst. We just talked about Justin Rose being the best in bad strokes gain approach numbers. He is third worst in this field. Sam Burns, Paul Haley, and Sepp Straka are 1, 2, 3.
Sepp Straka, he gone.
What's Straka off the tee though? He's doing good off the tee though, right?
No, not what I'm saying.
No, not really.
Damn.
So like for positive, so just like just gaining a little bit over the field average, just gaining a little bit, 0.01 and more. He's 57% positive off the tee, 56% positive on approach. So like in the grand scheme of things, he doesn't look terrible, but there's other guys playing much better. So I wouldn't play him.
All right. Let's do a little show core. One guy we all liked and agreed on. Anyone can remember? Justin Rose.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, everybody liked him. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, let's do it then. Justin Rose, and then Locks, you go first.
Oof, throw me on here.
Unless Drew's ready. Drew, you look ready. You're just looking right at the camera like you're about to freaking punch me or something.
Oh, he's ready.
Wait,
Did I freeze? I'm not looking at the camera. Did I freeze? No.
You were looking straight ahead like you were focused.
No, well, I was looking for the name. I don't know, just playing games in my head. I'm like, I'm going to pick out the guy that Locks is going to say. And then when it's your turn, I'm going to pick out the guy that you're going to say. I think Locks is going to say Sam Stevens.
I was thinking about it. It's true. Yeah. Sam Stevens, let's go.
All right,
that's mine.
All right, I'm the host, so I get to go last to get the most time to think. So, Drew, you're up.
I mean, is it cheating if I say Scotty Scheffler? I mean, 11-8, we should have plenty of salaries. Is that cheating? Is that frowned upon?
I was gonna say him as the guy that we all liked, so I'm good with that one too.
I mean, the other one that we all talked about was Lipsky at 6,100. So just trying to balance out like
there we go.
A core from top to bottom.
David
Lipsky. Those are three guys really that we all kind of liked, right?
Perfect. David Lipsky, Justin Rose, Scotty Scheffler, Sam Stevens leaves you with 2 spots and $8,000 per spot left. Plenty of stuff to do with that. I mean, you could literally make a 20 max pull off of that core if you wanted to get ballsy. But that is your show core from the Three Musketeers. I'm going to leave my closing argument, as I've been preaching the last couple of weeks, is group stacking, baby. I don't know why they're going off at 7:50 tomorrow when they've been going off at 8:20. So they cut the field in half. Now we're going to go off even early. I don't know if there's a wind thing or I don't know. I like to make my lineups at the gym, so it pisses me off they're going off earlier. It means I got to get up earlier. Drew, do you have any reason why they're teeing off earlier than what they have been?
I think that's 7:50 Eastern. They're actually going off at 6:50 local time. They're going off super early. And I do not have an idea. Besides, maybe they think storms or something. I mean, it's a normal cut, so I guess that the field argument's not there. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know why they bumped it up.
Anyways, I'll continue to preach the group stacking, especially when they're going out in twos. 2 guys can legit just draft off each other. So I would continue for people who 20 max or anything like that. I like to start my builds off with like 2 group stacks, and then sometimes you just hit the complete nuts and just hope you get those last 2 spots right. Locks, any final thoughts?
No, not much here. Just there's no weather advantage or anything like that I'm seeing. So go with your gut. That's all I got.
Drew.
I don't think so, man. Try to get back to even on Showdown. That's where my mind's at.
Yep.
Let's get the crowd going, guys. Let's get a shipper tomorrow, okay? I want a main RPS shipper in the main tomorrow. How about that? Can we do that?
There will be.
Let's go. All right, guys.
Will it into
Good luck.
existence. 69, pardon the pun.
This guy's bringing bad mojo. We gotta get the mojo right. Come
That's
on.
good mojo. No, I'm calling you out.
good
You
mojo.
gotta use 69
You're making
references
fun
when
of
they
fun.
really make sense. Like we can't just say Marty Dow 69 and like, oh yeah, Big T 69.
I
69.
was educated in freaking Barbersville, West Virginia. Okay, I have a West Virginia. My college degree's from West Virginia too. So I'm sorry.
To be fair, I was actually genuinely curious. Like maybe there's something I'm missing.
I was trying to be courteous.
There might be
curious.
I just got a pun on you. No, courteous.
That wasn't a pun.
No.
Yeah,
You
my
know
name's Kurt. That's a pun.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Then yes, that
Yeah,
is a pun.
courteous.
Good job.
Kurt. Pun. You
Good
guys
job.
came for the showdown plays. Now you're getting English lessons from me. Reevaluate your Friday night, people. Not really, because you're going to be shipping tomorrow. For Locks, for Drew, I'm Kurt. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button. I didn't even ask you to do it once. Please hit the like button.